So, what's up guys, Kongit here, and welcome to the channel. If you're just diving into the world of digital art with Procreate on your iPad, you've probably opened up that brush library and felt, well, a little overwhelmed. There are hundreds of brushes, and while that's awesome for experienced artists, it can be a bit much when you're starting out. You might be wondering where to even begin, which brushes are actually useful, and which ones will help you learn the ropes without too much frustration. That's exactly what we're covering today. This video is all about cutting through the noise and focusing on the essentials. I'm going to walk you through my top 5 Procreate brushes that I think are absolutely perfect for beginners. These aren't necessarily the fanciest or most complex brushes Procreate has to offer, but they are the workhorses, the ones that will help you build a solid foundation in digital drawing and painting. We'll look at what makes each one great for newcomers, how you can use them, and why they've made this list. The goal here is to get you comfortable and creating as quickly as possible. Think of these brushes as your starter toolkit. Versatile, easy to understand, and capable of producing some really great results right from the get-go. By the end of this, you'll have a much clearer idea of which brushes to reach for first, so you can spend less time searching and more time actually drawing. So let's get into it. The top 5 Procreate brushes for beginners. Alright, so kicking things off at number 1 we have the monoline brush. This brush is typically found in the calligraphy set, or sometimes in inking depending on your Procreate version, but don't let the category fool you, its utility goes far beyond just lettering. For beginners, the monoline brush is an absolute game changer, primarily because of its predictability and consistency. What you see is what you get with this one. It lays down a line of uniform thickness, regardless of the pressure you apply with your Apple Pencil. This consistent stroke width is incredibly helpful when you're just starting to get a feel for digital drawing. You don't have to worry about accidental thick-to-thin variations if your hand pressure isn't perfectly controlled yet. This allows you to focus purely on your shapes, your line work, and getting your ideas down on the canvas. It's perfect for outlining characters, creating clean graphic designs, or even just practicing your basic forms and strokes without any added complexity from the brush itself. Think of it as the digital equivalent of a fine liner pen. It's crisp, it's clean, and it's incredibly straightforward to use. You can adjust the size of the brush easily using the slider, making it versatile for both broad strokes and finer details, all while maintaining that consistent line weight. This simplicity is its superpower for anyone new to Procreate, removing a significant variable and letting you concentrate on the fundamentals of drawing. I often recommend beginners start their warm-up exercises with the monoline brush. Practice drawing straight lines, circles, squares, and complex shapes. Because the line weight doesn't change, you get immediate, clear feedback on your hand movements and control. It's also fantastic for creating base layers for cell shading styles, where you need those clean, defined edges before you start adding color or more complex shading. Another great use for the monoline brush is for creating simple, bold lettering. So, to sum it up, the monoline brush is your go-to for clean lines, predictable strokes, and building foundational drawing skills in Procreate. Next up at number 2 we have the Studio Pen. This gem from the inking set is perfect for clean, professional illustrations. It offers smooth lines, excellent precision, and slight pressure sensitivity. Press harder for thicker lines, lighter for thinner ones. This adds life and dynamism to your work. Its smoothness and stabilization are great for beginners, ideal for inking comic book art and detailed designs. Master the Studio Pen for polished, professional line art. Coming in at number 3 is the Soft Brush, often found in the airbrushing set. This brush is fundamentally different from the previous 2 line art-focused brushes, and it's your best friend when it comes to shading, blending colors, and creating smooth gradients. For beginners, understanding how to add depth and dimension to their artwork is a crucial step, and the Soft Brush makes this process much more approachable and intuitive. The key characteristic of the Soft Brush is its feathered, diffused edge. Unlike the hard-edged monoline or Studio Pen, the Soft Brush lays down color with a gentle fall-off, which is perfect for creating soft transitions between different shades or colors. This is essential for rendering realistic lighting, creating atmospheric effects, or simply making your flat colors look more three-dimensional and less cartoony, if that's the style you're aiming for. When you're new to digital painting, blending can seem like a daunting task. The Soft Brush simplifies this significantly. You can lay down your base colors and then, using a lighter or darker shade with the Soft Brush on a new layer, gently build up highlights and shadows. The soft edges naturally help to blend these new tones with the underlying colors, creating a smooth, professional-looking result without requiring complex blending techniques. One common use for beginners is creating simple shadows. For instance, after drawing a character, you can create a new layer, select a darker color, and use the soft brush with a moderate size and opacity to gently paint in where the shadows would fall. Because of its soft nature, you avoid harsh lines, and the shadows appear more natural and integrated into the artwork. At number 4, we have the basic round brush, a staple in digital art software. Found in the painting set, it's versatile and essential for beginners. Pressure sensitivity allows for varied strokes, from fine lines to broad strokes. It's great for sketching, blocking colors, and refining details. Experiment with it to develop your digital painting skills. Finally, at number 5, we're looking at the calligraphy brushes. Specifically some of the more accessible ones like the script or brush pen, often found in the calligraphy set. While lettering might seem like a specialized skill, having a good calligraphy brush in your beginner toolkit can open up a lot of creative possibilities, from adding beautiful text to your artwork to practicing a new art form entirely. What makes these brushes great for beginners interested in lettering is their built-in characteristics that mimic traditional calligraphy tools. They often feature significant pressure sensitivity for stroke width, meaning a light touch creates a thin upstroke, and increased pressure creates a thick downstroke. This dynamic is the core of most calligraphic styles, and these brushes make it intuitive to achieve on a digital platform. Many of Procreate's calligraphy brushes also have features like Streamline cranked up by default. This helps to smooth out your strokes, which is incredibly beneficial when you're trying to create those elegant, flowing lines characteristic of calligraphy. It compensates for slight wobbles or hesitations, allowing you to focus on the rhythm and form of your letters. This is a huge help for beginners. Using a calligraphy brush can be a very mindful and relaxing practice. It's different from drawing objects or scenes. It's about the beauty of the line itself and the harmony of letter forms. For beginners, starting with simple alphabets or practicing basic strokes, up, down, ovals, and loops, can be a great way to improve Apple Pencil control and develop an eye for balance and spacing. These brushes aren't just for formal calligraphy. Alright, so there you have it. My top 5 Procreate brushes that I think are essential for any beginner jumping into digital art on the iPad. We've covered the monoline for clean, consistent lines, the studio pen for precise inking, the soft brush for smooth shading and blending, the versatile round brush for all-around painting, and a good calligraphy brush for expressive lettering. These 5 should give you a really solid foundation to start creating pretty much anything you can imagine. The main takeaway here is that you don't need hundreds of fancy, complicated brushes when you're just starting out. Mastering these core brushes will teach you so much about digital art principles, from line control and pressure sensitivity to blending and composition. Get comfortable with these, experiment with them, push their limits, and you'll be surprised at what you can achieve. And as you grow, you'll have a much better understanding of what to look for when you do start exploring more specialized brushes. So, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments below which of these brushes is your favorite, or if there's another beginner-friendly brush you think deserves a spot on the list. As always, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up. And maybe even consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. It's been ConGet, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.